This is part 4. Moving further on to where God destroyed the two cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. Now, do y'all believe that God was being righteous in his decision to destroy these two cities? Romans 1:29-32 says, they were filled with all manners of unrighteousness, evil, covetousness, malice. They are full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, maliciousness. They are gossips, slanderers, haters of God, insolent, haughty, boastful, inventors of evil, disobedient to parents, foolish, faithless, heartless, ruthless. Though they knew God's righteous decree that those who practice such things deserve to die, they not only do them, but give approval to those who practice them. So despite everyone telling you that Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed because of homosexuality, the truth is that they are giving you a false narrative, leaving out many of the more dangerous sins. Homosexuality was just one of the many symptoms that was corrupting these cities. It really wasn't so much homosexuality as it was sexual immorality. Now, let's go on to the verse that people are citing as proof that God is a sadistic killer, which are the verses where he ordered Joshua not to let anyone live in a city that they were going to conquer. Many scholars say that God did this in order for the Israelites not to be contaminated by the people already in the land. However, the truth is that many Israelites were already evil and prone to evil. So while this is a small truth, it is not the complete truth. The complete truth is that these people were descendants of the Nephilim, the children of Cain, and were practicing all the detestable things that their forefathers, including murder, cannibalism, eating the blood of both animals and man, and all the other traits of their forefathers. The reason to kill everyone is that the children are indoctrinated to do as the adults from a very early age. So even the children were engaging in these acts. Now, the children too young to engage in this manner, had Joshua allowed them to live, would have starved to death or would have been killed and eaten by predators. So it was actually a kindness to kill them outright quickly and with a minimal amount of suffering. There is also another point to consider, is that God, who is the one that created everything, does not see death the same way as we do. He created the living world and the world of the dead, the beings of living flesh and the spiritual beings. He created the life in man as well as the death in man. To God, death is not the end of a being, only the transition to something else, because man is a prisoner to the flesh. Man is selfish and wants himself and everyone in his life, everyone he loves to live forever as a living, breathing human being. Too often we ascribe the traits of man to God, but God is not man. However, man that is from God has many of the traits of God. I also heard where a religious man was countering a woman who expressed to him that Ham, the son of Noah, had the mark of Cain on him. Well, I agree with a minister or evangelist that Ham did not have the mark of Cain. I disagree that he didn't have anything to do with Cain. The mark of Cain is just that, the mark of Cain, and only Cain had that mark. However, let me go back to the time of Noah and mention a few things. I will again iterate that the three types of human in the world then and still exist today are the children of Adam and Eve, the children of Satan and Eve, and the children of the fallen angels. Now, some of y'all will question why the children of Satan and Lilith are not included here. And that's because they have never belonged to the earthly realm. They only torture, corrupt, and punish the living from the spiritual realm, which is the only place that they exist and have always existed in. If you're wondering why they hate the children of Adam and Eve so much, just think of any child resenting their parents' most favorite child, or the feeling that they have of having been abandoned by their mother to be with another man and their children. Now, since these three types of human existed before the flood and continue to exist today, exactly how did it happen that all three were able to survive the flood, since only Noah and his family were allowed on the ark? Since any father will always look out for his children and progeny, Satan, aware of God's plans, took measures to assure the survival of the sons and daughters of the fallen angels. These people were strong enough and rugged enough to survive the flood, living on survival measures, many hiding in caves and underground systems not affected by the floods. Now, as for the children of Cain, this wouldn't be such a great option, as they did not possess the ruggedness or strength of the children of the Nephilim. So, what would be the best strategy for their survival? That would be to seduce Noah's wife and impregnate her with the seed of the children of Cain. This means that the second main woman to commit adultery was the wife of Noah. Noah was the second man to raise a son that was not his own. So while she is incorrect in saying that Ham had the mark of Cain, he did have the bloodline of Cain. This is where the evil that was committed on Noah came from his father Cain's bloodline. So does this mean that everyone descended from the seed of Ham is doomed and evil? Of course not. There have been so much interbreeding between all the three different human breeds that the traits are pretty much imbued in most of the world society. That is why people nowadays will say that there are bad and good people in every race or culture. Okay, that's all I have. God bless. Thank you.